speakers and 20% Flemish.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have what they call going south, from Brussels going south to the border with Luxembourg and France and so on, where they speak French there, which is called Wallonia. This is where I was born. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Okay, so it's almost like a New York City in a sense, where it's like you had one portion back in the day where the immigrants came in, German, French, Italian, Irish. So it's in that setup and that setting. That is amazing. Wow, that's something. I would,
yeah.
So yeah, I would love to come out there and check that out. We'll get to your movies and some of your other experience in just a minute. You're listening to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@SonicWebStudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can also check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can also listen on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Watch the interview on YouTube as well. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Evan Fine of the Senior Reserve Group. When you start a business or own a business for a while, who are you going to call for sole proprietorship insurance? Why not call the expert, Evan Fine of Senior Reserve Group? He also specializes in Medicare and long-term care insurance. Evan can be reached at 1-800-650-9357. That's 1-800-650-9357. Or Evan Fine at SeniorReserveGroup.com. Licensed in 7 states, in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Delaware, South Carolina, and Florida. We're here with London-based actor Giuseppe Lentini. He came from the Belgium region, born in Liege, Belgium, from Sicilian parents, speaks French, Italian, and English. He was also appeared on the X Factor, got some great reviews from Simon Cowell, and he also appeared in ads for Auto Trader, White Fog, and for Amazon Prime and Disney's Artemis Fowl. And so let's get to some of your commercials as well, too. And I think we're trying to reconnect with Giuseppe right here. Giuseppe, are you still with us?
Hi, Mike.
Okay,
Hi,
all right.
Hi, Mike.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we're back here, and I think we're on Skype as well too. So we're trying to get ourselves a connection here. So Giuseppe, are you back with us again here?
Yes,
okay.
I can hear you. Yeah,
okay, great. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's the magic of radio as well, too. It's just like, everything all happens here and everything else. So you appeared in ads for Auto Trader and White Fog e-cigarettes. And of course, you're known to be as Dave as well, too. And the White Fog e-cigarette commercial. And so you can just tell us about some of the ads you've been in.
Yeah, so that one was quite. I really enjoyed shooting that commercial. So for e-cigarettes, and I was contacted on the internet again, and this offer came out of the blue, and they say, because I'm Sicilian origin, and I look a bit Sicilian, obviously. Although whatever language I speak, I sound French. I know because that's normal. I'm French native, but so I look Italian. I'm from Italian blood, but I sound French because I was born and raised in the French-speaking area of Belgium. So as I say, no matter what language I will ever speak, I will always have this French touch in it. And, so I was offered that role, and they wanted to offer me that part because, it was a bit inspired by The Godfather, that commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So we were shooting in London here, but we had like a car. Everything was set like if it was in Brooklyn. And so we had it had this American feel. So if you have one day, if you can Google it, Google it, the White Fog e-cigarette commercial, you'll see what I mean. And so it really feel and look like all American, like Brooklyn area, and obviously this is set in the 40s, in the 1940s, and so I'm there and. I've been kidnapped basically by this kind of a mafia boss and his right hand, and they got me in the boot in the car, and then they got me out, and they want to kill me basically, and before I die I say, can I have one last wish? And I say, I would like to have a cigarette, can I have one last cigarette? And he said, of course. So he handed me a kind of pack of cigarettes, and I said, no, I don't want that, I want my own. and my own is an e-cigarette like pen, you know, it looks like a pen, but it's an e-cigarette. And so the guy is, as it's set in the 40s, you know, they've never seen and never heard of anything like that. So the mafia boss, like, you think I'm basically taking the piss, and he said, "Oh, we're gonna kill you, like, you're really like trying to take the piss of it." I said, "No, it works. You know, it's a cigarette. Like, it's an e-cigarette." And but obviously they didn't know what it was. And eventually I got released, so I escaped death because I gave them this e-cigarettes pen, and that saved my life. And then we end up in a restaurant. We end up in a restaurant having a meal together with the mafia boss and his right hand, and I'm free. Thanks to the e-cigarette.
That sounds amazing. I think that's something they should have got a long time ago. Could I have like an e-cigarette or a cigar or something? We can talk, and then maybe we can just talk the way of it from not killing you into joining, and maybe they can buy a meal. I think that should have worked like a long time ago, and I'll have to recommend that to somebody. It's like, you know, just do some talking over an e-cigarette. Maybe they can just let you free. I love that. Oh my goodness! Yes,
all kind of trading.
Yes,
kind of trading.
Yes, but why, Don Corleone? Why no e-cigarette? Why?
Yeah. And he was asking, "What's this?" You know, and I was Italian, obviously, so it's only Italian subtitle, and I said e-cigaretta. You know, but they never heard of this, and they never saw that before, so that was quite really funny. It's funny. It's a really fun commercial.
It sounds
and
like
also, it. Yeah, it came to the point that also I thought that was really good because, you know, I want to talk a little bit about diversity if I can.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know if I pronounce that. And
go right ahead. The floor is yours.
It's not like I think so far it was one of my best role, I would think, because it was not really typecast, but I mean, you know, they knew what they wanted. They want something looking Italian, and I was different, so I thought that would add the comedy aspect to the commercial and so on, and it did. I had a lot of praise for it. And but what was good about it is, like, yeah, indeed, the producers and the client decided to have someone that looked a bit different. You know, I'm 4'11". I like to remind that, and although I look Italian and I have a Sicilian background, so indeed I have dark skin and dark hair, and I look like the complete Italian Sicilian part. But as I say, when I talk, I sound French. Whatever I speak, Italian, English, French, you know. And then but because of these differences, you know, sometimes in the casting world, it's a bit confusing, if you know what I mean, because you know, oh yeah, this guy is called Giuseppe, but somehow he's French. And then you come in, they see my headshot. Oh yeah, he looks like a nice guy. Then I go through the door. He said, "Oh my God, you're short." Oh, I didn't expect you were so short. But what I mean, it's all on my resume. You know?
Right. It's one of those. It's one of those things. It's like it doesn't appear that it be it. I encounter some people as well too, and I'm gonna share a story out here too. That there was a guy that did some underdog cartoons, Tennessee Tuxedo, from way back when. I'm kind of dating myself, and this guy Jackson Beck, and he sounds like the voice of God, you know, in many of the cartoons. But then in interviews, when he comes in, you figure this, like, you know, he'd be like maybe 6 foot, 6'5", 6'10" or something, maybe 300 pounds, but then walks in 5 foot, 100 pounds, skinny, and they're like, what? So I have to say one thing: when it comes to Hollywood or show business like that, being of you know, just having so many talents just mixed in with where you're raised and everything else, it is excellent. And I have to say this: it's like when you combine so many things, you're pretty much in demand. And having just like, you know, a vanilla type of person, cookie cutter mold and all that, it's like uniqueness will get you far as well too. And that's what I have to say: uniqueness will get you very far.
I must say that I spent the months in Hollywood, like all of February I was there. So I wanted to go and test the waters, as they say, you know, and I was amazed how people were like, oh my God, you're so unique and you're so different, and the casting directors are going to love you here because you have all this kind of mixture and, you know, this heights of yours and everything. It's different, you know. And then I did some headshot with a Hollywood photographer there. And he told me the same, Argentum Studio. He was a really nice guy. And he said, my God, you're so different. But he said, in such a nice way, it's like, it's quite refreshing to see someone like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, and I thought it was quite really inspiring for me as well to kind of hear like a different message. Like, because sometimes here in London, people can be a bit. And also, here we're going through this Brexit thing. So, I mean, anything foreigners is a bit like I'm European. So
right. I did really bit about the Brexit as well too. I'm not offering any opinions, because of the fact that not being involved in everything else. I just read tidbits here, there, everything else like that. So I really have no opinion on that. But of course, with you coming to Hollywood and you're getting your start on some of the films as well too. And Disney is associated with Hollywood as well too. And you're in a feature on Amazon Prime, and it's called Artemis Fowl that's coming out. And you can just tell us all about that.
But I felt it felt really refreshing to go to America and to be in the in the city of angels, and especially the city of entertainment, and I felt really refreshed to go there, and I felt like a new kind of energy coming, and I felt like you could start it all over again, and start from scratch again, and full of hope, like, because after a while when you're in any business, I think like you tend to kind of get this little slow down thing going on, and then once you move sometime to another city, you have the energy of the city itself, and it's kind of like lift you up, and you feel like everything is possible again,
Mm-hmm.
And so definitely I've made like some amazing links in Hollywood, and because I stayed like a month, and I did attend a lot of networking events, and I went to a pre-Oscar party and met some producers and directors, and I did some photo shoot with a couple of guys, and I met screenwriters.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think we had some technical difficulties. I apologize. So go ahead.
No problem. I can hear you very well. So, and I made a lot of amazing connection in Hollywood while I was there for months, and I miss it. I feel like I know there's something for me there. There's something to me to explore, and I feel I'm gonna go back there very soon, hopefully. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and see what's there. But I feel there's a kind of in terms of diversity, I think as well there. Although I know a lot of people in London here talk about there's so much diversity and so on. Yeah, that's true. There's a kind of in London we have a quite big Asian community. So now we start to see more Asian people on TV in programs and things like that. Color people that as well. Let's call it the way it is. But I mean, when it comes to European living in London, you don't see so many on TV networks and British programs and things like that. We don't see much of that. But then in America, I think they're much more kind of attracted by this European feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got this French, Italian, London-based thing all going on. Then I think they were really kind of attracted by that.
Mm-hmm.
The Americans love Europe. I think they really do love Europe, and. So I felt that, and I felt that energy coming, and I thought also, you guys have so many more networks than in here in London, obviously.
Yes, networks. That's right. So, okay, yeah, and we are having technical difficulties. I apologize. So yeah, we do have a lot of that as well too, and we do have talk about Disney's Artemis Fowl, and now I was just trying to remember if you told us a little bit about it, or should we keep it under wraps as soon as it gets released?
Well, the thing, I couldn't talk too much about it. I can just say that it was an amazing experience for me, and I'm going to play a goblin in this, a little nasty goblin. And it was like, so when you see that it was taking like 4 hours and a half a day on the makeup chair to get ready. And but it was all worth it, all so worth it. It was like an amazing team, an amazing director, amazing actor, and I'm sure it's going to be an amazing hit in the summer. So basically, pretty much right now, that's all I can say about, because there's not much been. There's been a first trailer released like a couple of weeks ago, which is available online. But apart from that, I'd rather not talk too much about it right now.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's perfect. Okay, we'll talk about your other features like in pan,